You worked for the Umbrella Corporation and studied the most terrifying virus in human history, the T-virus. History will probably call you a monster, a mad scientist, the man responsible for the horrors hidden beneath a forgotten hotel. But history is written by people who are afraid of the truth. And the truth is simple. You didn't create monsters. You created evolution. Long before the world learned the name Raccoon City, you were already working with some of the most brilliant scientists on Earth. Back then, the corporation called Umbrella promised something extraordinary. A future where disease would disappear. A future where the human body could be improved, perfected. Of course, they never explained that vision to the public. But you understood it immediately. Humanity was weak, fragile. One virus, one catastrophe, and millions could die. So you began asking the question nobody else was brave enough to ask. What if humanity itself could change? Then came the Raccoon City disaster. The world saw a tragedy. But inside the laboratories, you saw something else entirely. Proof. Proof that the human body could adapt to something new. That a virus was not just a weapon, it was a key to something greater. Umbrella fell soon after. At least that's what the governments told the public. But research like that never truly disappears. It simply moves somewhere darker, somewhere hidden. And that's where you continued your work. Years passed. You worked alone. Secret laboratories, illegal research, experiments that no ethical scientist would ever approve. But progress demands sacrifice, and you were willing to make it. Eventually, you began developing a new virus, something far beyond the crude experiments Umbrella once conducted. Not just infection, not just mutation, evolution. You named it Elpis, the ancient Greek word for hope, because that's exactly what it represented. Hope for the next stage of human existence. Elpis was designed to push the human body beyond its natural limits. Stronger muscles, faster regeneration, enhanced senses. A body capable of surviving almost anything. But evolution is never clean, never gentle. The first test subjects died quickly. Their bones fractured under rapid mutation. Organs failed, blood vessels ruptured. Some twisted into shapes that barely resembled humans anymore. Creatures of bone and teeth and rage. Failures, at least. That's what most scientists would have called them. But you saw something different. You saw progress. Because inside those failures, the virus was learning, adapting, improving. Each experiment brought you closer to perfection. To continue your research, you needed a place where nobody would ever look. Somewhere forgotten, somewhere connected to the past. That's when you discovered Wrenwood Hotel. To everyone else, it was just a burned-out ruin, a scar left behind after the Raccoon City disaster. But beneath the hotel were old service tunnels, perfect space for a laboratory. So you built one, deep beneath the ruins, far away from the world above. For years, you continued your experiments there, bringing in subjects, studying survivors of Raccoon City. Their bodies still carried traces of viral adaptation. They were perfect candidates, perfect material. Eventually, something remarkable happened. One subject didn't die. A young girl. Her body reacted to the Elpis virus in ways you had never seen before. Instead of collapsing, she evolved. Her bones elongated. Her muscles adapted to extreme movement. Her reflexes became faster than human reaction time. Soon she could climb walls, crawl across ceilings, move through spaces no human body should fit through. She became something new, something better. You called her the girl. A small part of her mind still remained. Fragments of memory, fragments of fear. But the virus was changing her every day, perfecting her. For a while, the experiments were stable. The virus was evolving A man you recognized immediately. A man who had already survived one biological nightmare. Leon S. Kennedy, the government's hero. The man who destroyed so many Umbrella operations. And now he was here, in your laboratory, destroying your work. When you finally faced him, he looked at you with the same expression everyone eventually gives you. Disgust, fear, judgment. People like you never learn, Leon said. But he was wrong. You had learned everything. You had learned that humanity fears change. That people would rather remain weak than evolve into something greater. By the time the facility began collapsing, your life's work was already burning. Containment tanks breaking, creatures escaping, the laboratory falling apart around you. But even then, you felt no regret. Because evolution cannot be stopped, it adapts, it spreads, it survives. Leon managed to escape with grace, but he couldn't destroy the truth. Samples of the Elpis virus had already been sent to other locations, other laboratories, other researchers who understood its potential. People believe the Raccoon City disaster was the worst biological catastrophe, but they're wrong. It was only the beginning. You were never the villain. You were simply the first person brave enough to create the future.